Welcome to the Brickie Experience today. It's Dr. Buffington. Thanks for joining me today. And today is all about success and choices. And Brickies, it's just that time of year where I think it's really important that you understand what it means to have success and how to make really great choices. And so I have lots of great guests coming up on the podcast show, The Brickie Experience, but let's hone in on success and choices. So let's go ahead and get started. So where do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Are you really thinking about that? Do you have a career idea? Do you have a dream? And maybe just for fun, you have a challenging goal for yourself, like you want a hole-in-one in golf, or maybe you've set a personal record in a sport, or maybe you just want to win a tough video game match against your friend. Those are fun things, right? But what about your career idea or dream? You can have both of those. What are your ambitions that lead you to a productive and happy life? I want you to think about that. Where do you see yourself? So, do you have a plan? Many times as I talk to Brickies all the time, I love talking to you, I often ask them, what do you think you want to do? What kind of career do you want to do? What do you want to do when you graduate? And then, of course, I also ask them in terms of character, who do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be a person that has character and high integrity? You know, those are really great questions. One time I talked to a third grader, and I love this. Third grader struggling with reading, thinking he didn't need reading, writing, school. Who cares about school? I just want to be a race car driver. And then I had to really talk to him about being a race car driver. How are you going to get a driver's license if you can't read to take the test? And so all of a sudden, he's really thinking like, my dream will come true, but I have to be a good reader. And so sometimes the things that we want to do, we're not thinking ahead far enough to even plan out what we need to do to be successful. One time I was talking to one of our high school Brickies, and I asked him the same question about his future. And he said he wanted to be a boxer. And I'm like, that's great. That's plan A. What happens if plan A doesn't work out? Do you have a plan B? And he didn't. And you see, we have to have dreams. We have to have goals. We have to have plans. But we always have to plan in terms of a plan B. And so a lot of that has to deal with choices that we make. And so I want to talk to you about why you are here. You're a Brickie, you're in school, you're here to learn and grow as a person. So we can work with you on your academics, and we can work on your character. So we want you to be able to develop a passion for a skill or something that you want to do. It's a dream for a career. And a lot of times people just don't write those things down. So they're not even thinking about it. So if you don't have a dream or you're not ambitious, you're not really prepared for what comes next. So I'm talking to you today because I want you to think about, where do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? And particularly when you're thinking about your future, I want you to be ambitious, as do your teachers, right? And so write it down. And let's talk about next. Let's talk about those opportunities. Every day as Brickies, you have the chance to improve and strive for your dreams. So being ambitious, and you have to have a plan, an actionable plan. And then you have to make really good choices, because choices count in life. So let's talk about that. Are you making the best choices? So we all face choices every day. And one of these things that I like to think about is, let's look at the word life. I really do think that you probably have never noticed this before, but inside the word life is the word if. If I do this, I will get this, or this will happen. If I do this, then this will happen. And I'm not quite sure if you're thinking about that, but life is full of ifs and choices. So we all face those every day. Do you start your day off by getting out of bed with a positive attitude? Are you making healthy choices for your mental and physical well-being to live a long life? I see sometimes kids out there in the gym working hard, but I also see kids making choices like vaping. I don't understand how that contributes to physical well-being. So I'm asking you, if you do this, what will happen? Are you giving your best effort to excel in your work, whether it's school or even when you leave here for a job? Are you making great choices for your future? And that's what we all hope for you. So let's get into this a little bit more because, as an educator, I'm all about the alphabet. Always go back to the alphabet. I just, I'm into acronyms. I really like them. So what does it have to do with success? There are 3 letters that you should know really well. It's the ABCs, right? So just ABC. In our world, what does ABC stand for? Attendance, behavior, class grades. Those are keys to success, everyone, and you have to take those serious. They matter. But I have 3 other letters that I want to talk to you about today, and it's P, Y, and Z. Do you have a plan? Do you know how to yield with the Y and make a good choice, a good decision? And Z, do you know how to zoom in and focus on what's important? You see, I think those things are really important. ABC, attendance, showing up matters, participating, having good behavior, good character, class grades, not settling for a D, or hopefully you're not out there in F land. You are striving for really great grades. But I want to get into these other 3 letters because being ambitious, having a dream, having goals, these 3 letters are required. And it's plan, yield, and zoom in. P, Y, Z. So let's take a look at those. The first one we're going to take a look at is the letter P. Plan. You have to plan for your future and what's your career going to be, or what kind of career you want to be. And then you also have to plan on what kind of person you want to be in life. What kind of integrity are you going to have? A trustworthy, respectful, kind person that other people want to be around. But specifically, let's focus right now on future career. Do you have goals? Did you write them down? It's really important to write down your goals, and they're visible. You see them every day. Are they on the bathroom mirror? Are they on the refrigerator wall? Are they on your Chromebook desktop? Are they in your face every day, and you're not forgetting them? They're driving your actions. And do you have action steps for those goals? So you know what you have to do. There are steps that get you to achieve those goals, and you're working at it. We say be excellent on purpose, and we really do mean that, everyone. It's intentional. It's deliberate. You're doing things that help you meet those goals. So this is really important to have a plan. And then you have to measure your success. So are you tracking your progress? How did you do on that test? How did you do on that assignment? How did you do at track practice? How did you do at your game? In terms of the win or loss column, and are you making progress in how your batting average is? These are all things you measure success, right? You can't do that if you don't have a plan and you're not working at it. And many times people just say that they're doing this, but they're really not. So get it down on paper and revisit it. Look at it every day. How are you doing at it? That letter P is really important, everyone. This is probably one of the most important letters when you're thinking about your ambitions, your dreams, your goals. It's the letter Y. You yield. You slow down. And it's because decisions have to be made and choices have to be made. You see, when you reach the letter Y, you have to decide if you're going to the left or you're going to the right. And which way are you going to choose? And so you have to consider these things like, does this choice help me achieve my dream? Does it support my goal? Is it supporting my journey to success? Or is it going to lead to negative consequences and it's not going to help me get where I want to go? You see, you yield and slow down and you think before you act. Is this choice part of your plan? You know, success in becoming who you want to be is not automatic. It requires making thoughtful choices. And so you give yourself some time by slowing down, you're yielding and you're deciding what happens if I do this, what happens if I do that, and you make a great choice. So be prepared at the point in the why to know which direction will lead you to your goals and take that direction. You have to pause, think. So avoid drifting in the direction that leads to bad choices. And you know what those bad choices are. I'm here to talk to you about that. Vaping, THC, not doing your classwork, or how about accepting a D as not failing, right? You're in a dual credit class and you get a D and you don't get the dual credit. That makes zero sense to me. Why aren't you working hard? Why aren't you in the academic assist? What about fighting or theft or not attending school? You get my point. You can drift and go to the other direction, and it's a choice that has negative consequences. We're all about what is your ambition? What is your dream? What are your goals? What are your choices in the why when you get to that decision point? Make the choice that helps you achieve your dreams. You know, sometimes I hear people say, I can't. Did you know that I can and I can't are statements that are true in life? They both are true. Think about that for a second. I can versus I can't, but they're both statements that are true in life. Are you operating in a positive or a negative mindset? You get to choose every day, one choice at a time. You know, the beauty of this is that, you know, sometimes as parents or adults in your life, if we could make the choice for you, but then you're never going to be the person that you want to be, that we want you to be too. Successful, productive, and happy. You have to learn to start making great choices. You get to choose every day. Thinking that you can't, you can. So, what's your go-to? I can or I can't. What's your decision point in the why? What direction will you go? It's time to make really good choices, and let us help you with that. So let's look at one of my other letters that hardly ever come up in the alphabet, which is Z. Zoom in. Focus on your dreams and your goals. Be ambitious. Zoom in on every opportunity that leads to your success at achieving your goals. Very important. So as we're summing this up today, success really is about choices that you make in life. Make them count, Brickies. And I want you to remember the alphabet. Let's just review it really quickly. ABC, attendance, behavior, class grades. And don't forget the all-important new letters that I just introduced to you, P, Y, and Z. Do you have a plan? Please write it down. Look at it every day. The Y, yield, right? Slow down, make good choices. Choose things that help you achieve your dreams and goals. And then you zoom in, you focus, and you work on that plan. You be excellent on purpose. So in future podcasts on the Brickie Experience, you are going to hear some people that are graduates of Hobart High School. and you're going to get to listen to their experiences with ambition, initiative, and goal setting. And I think that you're going to see that they are people that had to make great choices and take advantage of opportunities. And what you're really going to see is there's no I can't in their vocabulary. So Brickies, let's Brickie up and let's start making really good choices to be successful. And I'll see you the next time on the Brickie Experience.